Every Robin brings something unique to the table. Dick Grayson is the heart, Jason Todd is the rage, Damian Wayne is the legacy, but then there's Tim Drake, and he's the mind. The one Robin who figured out who Batman and Nightwing really were all on his own. The one who became Batman's true detective partner and not just his sidekick. And today we are breaking down exactly why Tim Drake is the smartest Robin, with proof straight from the comics that show he's not just clever, he's Batman's level of brilliance. Now, it's your boy Stevie Hayes. This is the Loreverse, and let's dive into this. Now, Tim Drake didn't start as a street orphan or a circus acrobat. He was a normal kid, a Gotham City prodigy with a photographic memory and an obsession with patterns. And when Dick Grayson became Robin, Tim was there at the circus that night, the night the flying Graysons fell. And years later, he studied Batman and Robin from after and noticed something no one else did. When Dick stopped being Robin and Jason Todd came into the picture, Batman's fighting style changed. He was darker, he was angrier, and less controlled. Tim realized Batman needs Robin. And when Jason died, Tim figured out the impossible. He figured out Batman's secret identity. Now, in Batman issue number 440 all the way to 442 and A Lonely Place of Dying, Tim Drake tracks down Dick Grayson and tells him flat out that Bruce Wayne is Batman and that he needs help. No one told him and no one trained him. He solved the greatest mystery in Gotham history because he was that smart. Now, Tim Drake didn't need to be chosen. He earned his place by proving he was Batman's intellectual equal. And unlike Jason or Damian, Tim wasn't trained from birth to fight, okay? He learned to think first, then act. That's why Batman calls him the Robin with the detective's mind. In Red Robin issue number 1 through 12, Tim takes this to the next level. After Bruce's quote-unquote death in Final Crisis, while everyone assumes he's gone, Tim refuses to accept it. He notices subtle clues, ancient symbols, anomalies in time, and says Bruce isn't dead, he's lost in time. And guess what? Tim Drake is completely right. And while the rest of the Bat family is grieving, Tim uses logic, evidence, and figures out how to literally solve a mystery that spans across space and time. He becomes Red Robin, he goes undercover, infiltrates the League of Assassins, and outsmarts Ra's al Ghul, literally the demon head himself. And when Ra's al Ghul, one of the smartest men alive, tells you that you're like Batman, that's saying freaking something. And Tim's intelligence isn't just about solving mysteries, it's also about strategy. In Teen Titans in 2003, he rebuilds the team from scratch after the death of Donna Troy and others. He uses psychological profiling, contingency planning, and leadership methods straight out of Bruce's playbook. Even the Justice League trusts his analysis. In Identity Crisis, when Batman himself is compromised, Tim steps in to coordinate search operations with the Titans, the Outsiders, and the Birds of Prey. And here's the thing, Tim Drake is always 5 steps ahead. He's the Robin who keeps contingency plans not just for villains, but for other heroes. And Dick Grayson himself, he even admits it. Tim's not the strongest or the fastest, but he's the one who thinks his way through anything. And that's not fan talk, that's canon right there. Now, let's compare. Dick Grayson, as we know, is the best Robin, and he's the most balanced Robin. Jason Todd is the most emotionally driven Robin, and Damian is the Robin that is the most skilled fighter. But Tim Drake, he's the intellectual backbone of the entire Bat family. In the New 52 and in the Rebirth continuities, Tim even rewrites the Batcave's network systems to make them hacker-proof, while simultaneously coordinating global surveillance for the Bat team. He's the only Robin trusted with full access to Batman's files, the Brother Eye satellite systems, and the entire Bat computer architecture. And in Detective Comics Rebirth, Batman literally tells him, "You would have been a better Batman than me someday." And that's not an exaggeration. That's Batman acknowledging that Tim Drake is him. You know what I'm saying? And he even designs new suits, gadgets, and drones. And when everyone else punches their way through a problem, Tim codes his way through it. Tim Drake represents the perfect balance between intellect and heart. He doesn't try to replace Bruce. He doesn't try to understand him and evolve the symbol. That's what makes his arc in Red Robin so powerful. He travels the world not just fighting crime, but learning, taking everything Batman taught him and applying it in ways Bruce never could. He even builds his own version of the Bat family, allies, informants, and tech specialists all working under his direction. Tim Drake is what Batman would have been if he learned to trust others earlier. The comics confirm this thing repeatedly. And Young Justice, Bart Allen, and Connor Kent both refer to Tim as the guy who makes the impossible plans actually work. Because he's not the loudest Robin, he's not the flashiest Robin, but he's the one whose mind keeps Gotham and the world safe. Tim Drake is proof that being a hero isn't about tragedy or training. It's about thinking your way through darkness. He's the detective, the strategist, and the planner behind the plan. And that's why, when it comes to brains, logic, and pure detective brilliance, Tim Drake will always be the smartest Robin. And if Batman is the world's greatest detective, then Tim Drake is the world's greatest student. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video breaking down why Tim Drake is the smartest Robin. As I said, not the best Robin. Dick Grayson is the best Robin. And we'll be doing a video on that soon because you guys know I'm a Robin fanatic. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. And peace out, y'all.